Every now and again I'll find an aquarium at a yard sale. I found this particular one and I asked the people, was there anything wrong with the tank? They told me they had problems keeping fish alive in it. I asked them, did they cycle the tank before they put fish in? Then I got the deer in the headlights look from them. From there I knew their fish didn't stand a chance. Well, I know a lot of you may have pets that you can touch and interact with. An aquarium is a relaxing piece that you can add to your house, but it can be challenging to maintain. Hello, my name is Haselbeck, and I'm here to persuade you to wait until your fish tank is ready before you take and put fish in it. By doing that, I've researched several things. Yes, fish water for dummies, fish health, and a week-by-week setup for your aquarium. I've also used forum website fishlore.com. Today I'm going to be talking to you about setting up your tank, the nitrogen cycle, and how to properly put your fish in the tank. So let's go ahead and get started. Setting up your tank is very important. If you don't do that, your tank will be doomed from the start. Like any piece of furniture, like your TV or couch, your fish tank has a specific spot should go in your house. You want to make sure that you don't have it near a window or in any direct sunlight. This will cause a whole lot of algae in your tank. It'll turn green right away and you won't be able to control it. Another thing you want to make sure of, that you have an outlet that's close to your tank. You're going to be plugging in a lot of things, and you don't want you'll need an outlet dedicated directly to that. According to Freshwater Fish for Dummies, you also want to take into account that your tank is heavy. This is a 20-gallon tank. It's approximately just over 200 pounds, so you want to make sure that your floor can take the stress of having that tank there. Now that you found a place for your tank, you can go ahead and start setting up. You can put in your gravel, decor, filter, and your water, but you only want to put in about 3/4 of the water. Now, according to Fish Health, you want to treat any water that you put into it from now and for the rest of the time. And what you want to treat it for is chlorine and chloramine. These are two chemicals that help make our drinking water safe for us, but they're deadly for the fish. So after the next day, you can go ahead and start putting plants in your tank. And I recommend live plants because this will help cycle your tank, as I'll explain here in a little bit. And then go ahead and then finish filling up your tank with treated water. And then make sure your filter is on from here on out. Now that we've got our tank set up, we can go ahead and cycle it. And when I talk about cycling your tank, I'm talking about the nitrogen cycle. According to the aquarium week-by-week setup, knowing the nitrogen cycle is the single most important thing that you need to know about fish keeping. And to start off, your fish, as they breathe and as they produce waste, produce ammonium. And then the ammonium takes and gets broken down by your filter and turns into nitrates. The nitrates then get broken down by your bacteria, your natural bacteria that's in your tank, and turned into nitrates. Now, the nitrites and ammonium are deadly to your fish. The nitrates are good for your fish, but not in a heavy dosage. That's why you need the live plants in your tank to help balance that out. Now that you explained the cycle, we're going to actually cycle the tank, but we're going to do it the fishless method. We're going to take this little guy out. What you can get ammonia and a bacteria starter for your tank from your local pet store. And when you add, you're going to come home as directed and add ammonia to your tank and the bacteria starter. From there on in, you're going to have to test your tank. Use a test kit every day on your tank. And this is going to take a couple weeks. And what you're going to do is your tank is going to have a huge spike in ammonia. It's going to go down, and then you're going to add ammonia and keep going back up. And as the weeks progress, your ammonia is going to start producing nitrates. And then as that spikes up and starts going down, your nitrites are going to start coming into play. Your goal is to get your nitrites to a safe level and your ammonia and your nitrates down to 0. Once you've done that, it should be safe for your fish. If you're still not sure, then you can take a sample of your water to a local pet store. They can test it and let you know if it's good or not. Now that your tank is ready for your fish, we can go ahead and put them in. Now, according to fishlore.com, you don't just want to bring your fish home and dump them in the tank. You want to take the bag that they come in and then set it in your water. This is going to help take and the temperature of your water slowly get to the same level that's in that bag, That way it's not such a shock to your fish as they go in. Then, as you're doing that, after about 15 minutes, you also want to add a little bit of water from your tank in there, because then you're balancing out your pH levels. Then, the tricky part is also to take and get your fish into the water without using the water from the bag. You don't want any of the water from the bag going in there in case there's any harmful bacteria or any diseases. So you can take and put your fish in there from there. You also don't want to put any more than 2 fish at a time into your tank. Your filter will not be able to keep up with the amount of ammonia that your fish produce if you put in more than 2 for a tank this size. So then your tank's going to start cycling itself, and it's going to get a huge spike in ammonia, and it's going to start killing your fish. Another rule is you also don't want to overcrowd your tank. A good rule is 1 inch of fish per each gallon of water. So if you're not sure, you can go to fishlore.com, and they'll show you how big your fish is supposed to get. And then last, you don't want to feed your fish the day that you put it in the tank. They're already stressed out. They're not going to want to eat. They want to get used to their environment. So they're going to don't even bother to feed them. It's just going to be a waste. Now that you've got your tank set up, you can go. You can enjoy this window of this world that you've just created. I've gone over how to set up your tank, the nitrogen cycle, and then how you should put your fish in the water. I hope that everything that I've told you will help you understand and think about not putting your fish in the water directly. If you're still not sure, you can use the references that I showed you. Waiting to put your fish in the tank will relieve you of the frustration of having to deal with dead fish all the time, and then that frustration can lead to having another piece added to your yard sale. Thank you.